So without further ado, Matthew, okay, you sign your letter of intent to play basketball at the University of Southwest and finish off your academic and athletic career. So let's give him a round of applause.
Live from the Concho Sports Network studios. Yes, I said studios. Not a finished product, but we're here, and it's a start. I'm Darren Prater. Arlen Ponder is with us. Welcome back, sir.
It's good to be back. I thought I was dead there for a while, but seriously back and glad to be back.
Well, we're glad to have you healthy and back with us. We have a very special guest today, Mathew Cooper, Senior Central High School basketball stud. What's up, man?
Man, nothing much. I'm just glad to be here. It's an honor.
Oh, man, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
He is a very mature guy, and he is headed to Hobbs, New Mexico. Tell us where you're about to go to college here pretty soon.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go to Hobbs, New Mexico, University of Southwest Mustangs. I'm going to become a Mustang, and I'm trying to make San Angelo proud.
All right. I know you will, man. You made us
sir.
proud already. You guys had a good team this past season. Couldn't get past El Paso of the Americas in round 2 of the playoffs, but still a good season. Y'all won the local tournament and beat those Carter Cowboys. How about that? That was history, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. That was amazing. That was a good moment. I mean, you felt San Angelo. You really did. The crowd was everywhere. It was one of the best things I've ever had in my life, and
Awesome.
it's an unbelievable moment.
He said the court was shaking and you could feel it. That's a great feeling whenever you have that much intensity at a game.
Let me tell you. And then I don't know if y'all remember when I smacked the ground. And then that really had everybody going there, see, and I was like, wow. It felt like one of those when you're watching an NBA game and everybody in the stand just stands up and goes crazy.
Y'all have quite a fan base. I'll tell you the craziest one, I call it the comeback on the Concho when y'all beat Abilene.
Oh, that was a big one. Big moment from everybody. I mean, we had people stepping up from the bench. I don't know if you remember our little we had a 6'4" guy come off the bench named Dre. Oh, he played amazing that game, played big. I mean, I couldn't ask for him to do anything better than that.
Yeah, Dre did good, and y'all go all the way from small to really tall. Colin.
Oh, Colin, 6'8", man.
6'8"
I'm glad we've
sophomore.
seen him. Yes, sir. That was amazing. That was a good piece to work with, and I hope they have a great season coming up.
Well, I know, yeah, you're gonna be busy with college and basketball, but you plan on coming back and making a game or playoff game or something, supporting your teammates?
I really do plan on coming back. I want to see what they have done. I believe in the coaching staff over there. I believe in my teammates, and I know they will do something great.
And I think it's possible. What do you think about Coach Aneen leaving?
Man, that's a big one. That hit the school really hard. I know he's only been there for 2 years, but he's made a big difference in those 2 years, and he really feels what we feel, like the emotions and everything, because he was once a player, and he did play high school ball and finished 10 years ago maybe, so he still has the count in his memory of what happens and what matters.
And he seems to be a favorite not only amongst the players but amongst the students too.
Yes.
I know a lot of his students have said, oh man, he's leaving, but got to move on, new things, and y'all will make it. And they'll make it without you, unfortunately. Yes,
sir. They will. They'll do great things, especially with Coach V at staff. He'll do great.
Yeah, Coach Villegas, he's done a great job. And these guys, another example they set for y'all is how to dress. Because I noticed at the games, we're talking everything fitted and perfectly, the coats and the everything. They're GQ guys.
Yes, Coach V with the dress for success. You feel good, you play good. My dad always said that since I was growing up. He's the one that got me sharp before the games. He would help me pick out my suit. You know, my dad's he's one of those guys that he's Hollywood status.
All right. Hey.
And speaking of dad, what is mom and dad thinking about you going to Hobbs?
You know, my dad, my mom, they're very proud. My dad was the one that told me whoever wants you. And so I felt like this coach wanted me. And he was willing to help me financially, help me with everything I needed. So I was like, he called me, checked up on me. I was like, I want to go play with you. You're the right fit.
It's good to be wanted, isn't it?
Yes.
You mentioned that in an article I read about you. It's good to be wanted. You know, there may be a lot of colleges looking at you. I'm sure there were, but
yes, sir.
He made you feel like we really want you. We're not just saying that.
Yeah, it's like when somebody calls in on you every day to check on you. It's like, hey, like you're important to them. So it's like if I'm that important, I want to play with you.
That's great. You know, and sometimes in life, the people who really want to be around us and we're the best for us, or the people we ignore, we take them for granted because they're always around. But that's good you didn't take this for granted, and you have a wonderful opportunity, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
very cool.
Yes, sir.
That is cool, and I know a little bit about it coming from New Mexico. Great school, great system, great coaches out there, and the town of Hobbs is big, but it's not too big, and you'll fit in right, just great, close enough to home that you can come home on a weekend if you want to, just about 3 hours. So you're going to have a lot of success up there and a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
And
he
the
knows
future's
New
bright.
Mexico a little better than I do.
Yeah,
Harlan does.
Yeah. I lived there for years, for about 20 years, and moved to San Angelo. And great moving here, but I still love New Mexico. And you'll get to see things out there. Hobbs is ugly. It's got its moments, but you know what? Go a little bit west and get into the mountains and have fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how does it feel to know you're going to be on your own without Dad there watching every day? Do you feel like it's good that he taught you how to dress, how to be respectful, all those things? Obviously, he made a difference in your life.
Yes, sir. My dad's been preparing me since I was first grade, third grade. All of those days, he's prepared me. I know he used to stay up late at night to study. Just like he said I would be in college, I knew I was going to be ready for this day when it came. So I would thank him enough. I can't thank him enough. It's a God blessing that I have him as my father.
And that's great, man. It's good that he was able to provide that role model for you, because a lot of coaches in the back of their mind, when they sign a kid, what's this kid really like?
Yeah.
Is he going to run off and party, or fall in love and quit the team or whatever? And you're a good bet.
Yes,
because
sir.
you have a good foundation. Let's talk about your awards and honors playing for Central, not just basketball, but academics.
Oh, okay. So I got second team all district this year. I was all academic all district. I was all academic all state, and not only with the academic all state, I was THASA all state too, and I was the Hollins Award winner for my school, which is selected by my teammates and my coaches, of being a role model, somebody to look up to, somebody that was there to work, somebody that was there to start the foundation of Central High School.
All right. That's a lot of awards.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to keep up with. So academically, obviously you're very good at school. Do you have set study hours?
Oh, yes, sir. So my first goal when I come out of school, I'm getting my homework done, of course.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to school, I go to tutorials at lunch. Sometimes I will miss lunch just to go to tutorials. Sometimes I go in the morning after school. Just depends. My books become before my sports, of course, but they are combined together. And then I have Mondays and Wednesdays, or Wednesdays and Thursdays, I go to tutoring with Miss Deborah Palmer at the library. I go to there, and then from there I go play basketball, and I go train during what I need to do.
Do you
It's
have
like a business schedule.
weight training that you do?
Oh, yes, sir. I
well?
go lift in the mornings. I
Okay.
lift at 7 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning, just depending on what it is. And then I'll put up shots after.
That's kind of Kobe Bryant, man. Now, is it true that after church on Sundays they open up the gym for you so you can practice?
Yes, sir, that is true. My dad also would come in there, help me put up shots too. That's a great thing I was honored to have, was to come after church and put up shots.
So do you have a regiment whenever you're doing, like Shaq would shoot 50 free throws before he got and would make 50 free throws? Do you have a certain regiment, specific things like shooting threes from a certain area or whatever?
Yes, sir. One thing that it's always been in the basketball world, you never leave the gym without making a shot. So I never leave the gym without making a shot. For me, I don't leave the gym without making at least 2 in a row. So I like to make 2 in a row before I leave the gym, just for a great feeling. Just know that I really did have accomplished something today.
And see, for me, whenever I left the gym, I was just happy if I made a shot.
Yes, sir.
So, that was...
Yeah, make one. I'm done.
I'm done. Thank you.
That 2 in a row, just to make, that's that A+ in the grade book.
There you go. That's right.
Well, aside from academics and athletics, there's something else that you do that I think has shaped your character quite a bit. You're a referee.
Oh, yes, sir. That learned from my dad again. Referee and umpire, learned from the best. He started me off there.
So how long have you been reffing local games, youth games?
Ooh, let me see. I think I started about 5 years ago. My first game, 5 years ago.
Does it help you empathize with the referees, the officials, whenever you're playing in a game?
It sure does, because as a referee, you want to be talked to as a normal person. You're not an animal. You're not a dog. You're a normal person. And so I can feel that when people just screaming at you and yelling at you, he's just a normal person. He lives just like we live. He eats just like we eat. So you just got to talk to them like you was just you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like I can connect with that.
I was a terrible fan one time, and
Imagine that.
had an official that came over and he pointed up in the stands and he says, "You sit through the whole game." And I went, "I'm that bad a fan. I'm a terrible fan." So I'm glad you're officiating, because
Yes, sir.
it's a hard job, and I thank them and I give them a hard time all the time. But glad that you're giving that influence to those kids out there too, because you're a role model for them, and they see it and they go, "Hey, I want to be like Coop."
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it helps you develop that thick skin too, because coaches, players, and officials, they all have the same kind of experience in that no matter how hard you try, somebody's going to be mad at you. Somebody's going to think you didn't do a good job, and that's hard to take for some people.
Yes, it really is. And, you know, everybody has haters, and you use those haters as your motivators. That's my one thing I always run by.
Yeah, there was a famous philosopher named 50 Cent. Said, "Let the haters hate. We'll watch the money pile up."
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 50 Cent. Yeah.
So what sports do you do? You said that you just do basketball? You do baseball? What?
Oh, I do basketball. I do baseball. I do flag football, and then occasionally I'll catch a tackle football game every now and then.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're influencing those kids all over the place.
Yes, sir. Anywhere I can see them, I'll try to.
Good deal.
And, you know, difference between you and some kids, you missed a ceremony on purpose. You were Mr. Central High School? Is
Yes,
that-
sir.
okay.
Mr. CHS.
Mr. CHS, that's a big deal. And you skipped the ceremony, not to protest anything,
No,
but
sir.
because the kids needed you to ref a game?
Yes, sir. They were running low on umpires, and they needed somebody. And I was like, you know what? Let me go out there. I said, if I wanted somebody to, if I want somebody to do that for me, why can't I do that for them?
Yeah.
So that's why I did it.
Well, that's cool, man. It's
Yes,
good to
sir.
see somebody skipping something for a good reason.
Absolutely. My dad used to tell me, he got involved in Boy Scouts, and he says, if I'm not willing to do it, why should I expect somebody else? And I kind of carry that whole thing. If I'm not willing to do it, how can I ask somebody else to do it for my daughters?
Yes, sir.
So that's a good policy to have.
How long you been playing basketball?
I started at 4 years old. I started shooting on the rims. I dribbled. I love to dribble. I love to dribble the ball a lot. That was my job. Ever since I was growing up, I knew I was going to be a point guard. I always wanted the ball in my hands. I always wanted to take care of the offense, and I knew I could do it.
You're basically the quarterback,
Yes, sir.
the basketball quarterback. And so do you guys have set plays that you do? Because I think Coach Villegas said a lot of times that you just adapt and kind of have a general outline instead of something specific.
You know, we did have a couple set plays. We run them every now and then, but it was more of like, go play basketball. That was his main focus. His main focus was the defense, of course. And he said, you take care of the defense, the offense will take care of itself. So when our defense was set and ready to go, we would take care of the offense, and we just run it. We just go play basketball.
Look for opportunities.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a play called the Aggie something? He mentioned, I guess I have the name wrong. One that y'all were
Aggie.
real.
Yes, sir. Aggie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We do have a play called Aggie. It's like a pick and roll almost situation, and you're coming off screens and you're popping and flaying it up.
Oh, cool. And if you score, you got to go whoop.
Now you do a gig 'em. See?
Yeah, give 'em a little thumbs up.
So is there that one spot on the floor that you have that's your sweet spot that you like to go to shoot every time?
It probably has to be that right wing. I love the right wing, but honestly, anywhere on the court is my comfortable spot because I work on it.
Good.
We mentioned how basketball's pretty rough.
Ooh.
More rougher than I remember it being. Watching y'all's games, like, man,
I mean, we're nowhere like the 80s now, but we're good. The refs are starting to let us get a little contact more now, and I feel like I respect that. It's a good thing.
You're obviously a nice guy and mature, but do you have to put that aside sometimes out on the court and put yourself in the mindset of aggression?
Oh, yes, sir. I have that dog mentality. I have that you're not going to score on me mentality. I'm going to go punish you, and today's going to be your worst day.
I love that.
And you know, sometimes there's a little trash talk going on, but Larry Bird was the best trash talker because nobody ever heard him say anything.
He'll tell you straight in your ear. He'll go by your ear. He say, I'll give you 40, and sure did give him 40.
Yeah, when Dennis Rodman's covering you and you say, nobody's on me, you know, that's
that. And Dennis Rodman, best
it
defensive
done,
player to
man.
ever play the game to me.
Yep. You know, I used to tell my defensive linemen, go back there and after you sack the quarterback, I want you to whisper in their ear, I'll be right back with you in a few minutes as you're picking them up off the ground. And I used to tell those kids, you step on the court, they're not your friends anymore. And y'all might be best friends, but you saying the dog mentality, that's what you got to have. And you're about to step up into a little bit bigger, plays get get quicker. The whole speed of the game gets quicker. So you prepared for that?
Yes, sir. I am prepared for that. I work on that, and I swim. I run track. I do all the things that will get me prepared for that. So, yes, sir. I will.
Good. You gonna live in the dorms? You gonna live? I can't remember how Southwest does it, but y'all have dorms or do you have
Yes, sir.
apartments?
I probably will live in a dorm, but I don't know yet. I'm still looking into it. But a dorm probably would be the thing because I know as a freshman they expect you to live in a dorm, so I probably would be living in a dorm.
And that's probably good. Be around teammates and just concentrate, and then at some point get your own place. Don't tell anybody where you live. They'll want to pop in on you all hours of the night.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I feel you on
Stay
that
away
one.
from the riffraff. Hey, I'm going to show up at 2 a.m. in your dorm room. Talk to you. No, you're not.
They won't get me there. I'll be asleep. I got books in the morning and I got practice.
That's
they won't
good.
get me there.
What do you like to study? You have a favorite subject?
I love to study math. Math is my money.
Oh, man.
So if my money's right, then I'm right.
Yeah. Money long, you're strong.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, math it's like another language to me, but it's important that you know those things. And do they teach in school how to balance, I say a checkbook, but your bank account and finances and interest and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, yes, sir, they do. I'm also in the econ class, so that's interest. So we know the interest rate and stuff like that.
I don't think I even knew what one was when I was a dumbbell. So that's good. That's that's practical math right there.
So do you have a favorite? I mean, I know it's hard to say, but do you have one teacher that stuck out? Not a coach, but one teacher that stuck out that you go, thank you.
One teacher that stuck out to me. One teacher that I will never forget in my life will probably be my 3rd grade teacher, and it was a Miss Carpenter. Miss Carpenter. She taught me the quickest way to multiplication, and forever I ran with it. Ran with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's that she taught you?
It was the finger thing. You know the fingers?
Oh yeah.
The fingers. So when you put your fingers down, it'd be like what? So like 16, like 11 times 11 would be what? 121. I know that off the top of my head. 12 times 12, 144.
Hey.
I just know it off the top. It's really simple. You can tell me I'm there. It's like it's natural.
Right.
It's a
Stuck
natural
with you.
instinct.
Stuck with you. Yeah. Yeah.
I think life is one big equation.
It is.
A lot of ways.
I don't know. My daughter, I'm an English person. My daughter knows math and she loves it. My wife teaches math and I'm like, I don't get it. What are y'all talking about? Y'all speaking a foreign language. But
Yeah, and it's weird. Music is written with math.
Oh,
math
yeah,
rock.
crazy.
That kind of thing. It's amazing. So, aside, you say you run track?
Oh yes, I run track.
What do you like to participate in that? What are your?
Well, I like to do everything, but they got me in the 200 right now. It's not my favorite thing, but I'm here to get better at basketball. So
Yeah.
just the conditioning part, I love it.
I always found that track could help you with any sport.
Any sport, yes sir.
What else are you involved in at school?
Oh, I'm in. I take dual credit classes. I take dual credit econ, like I said. I take dual credit sports marketing and social media marketing, which I will be pursuing in college.
good.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah, they have, with the MySpace and all these days.
Do you even know what MySpace is?
I actually do.
Ask
because of my dual
Grandpa over
credit.
there what MySpace is.
Hey, I'm holding on to MySpace. That's the last time a girlfriend ever bragged on me as being a good dude was on MySpace.
I
So
love
marketing,
it.
yeah, man. You want to be an agent?
Oh yes, sir. I do actually. I want to be like a Rich Paul, and then from that stage, I want to go be a general manager for an NBA team and be able to want to control the team and tell you when you get to come in and when you get to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you'll get there, man.
Yes, sir.
Just maintain that discipline.
That drive is what it's all about. You got a great stability network, with your dad there, and you'll get one. You got coaches that you can go back to. You got teachers that you can go back to, and just my grandmother, always used to tell me, don't get above your raisin and don't forget where you came from.
Yes, sir.
And so I think you'll be that. Don't forget Central High, that
I will
kind of
never
thing.
forget them. Yes, sir.
So, I envy you because you're going to be able to step out in the world now and do all kinds of things that, Darren and I, we're still busy playing with MySpace. You're going to be out there going, we'll be able to 20 years from now go, I remember him whenever he was our first interview in the new studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it's good, your dad set that example again, because a lot of times older guys like us, we made mistakes, and you can learn from things we tell you. So older people aren't trying to be know-it-alls if they give you any kind of advice. But some people just don't listen to them because, they don't know what they're talking about. But a lot of us do.
Yes, sir. I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
What else, man? Do you like other sports that you don't play that you like to watch?
Actually, I'm actually a coach for a powder puff team.
Really?
It's like a little honors. It's like a sorority for a high school, and they got it at our high school team. So I like a little coaching football. It's I'm getting into it. It's really nice. I used to play football in middle school. I was a little quarterback for the team, and so since then I love watching football. My favorite team is the Seattle Seahawks, so I like to keep up with them.
12th man.
Yes, 12th man.
So how's Drew Luck going to do up there?
Oh, I hope the best for him. I really do. But Russell Wilson will forever be my guy.
Right. So, yeah, Seahawks look like they're rebuilding a little bit. But, yeah, hey, I think Luck's a pretty good quarterback. And that's not a bad – Pete Carroll's not a bad coach.
No, he's
not a bad team
Great resume.
to represent there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and they got the 12th man and all. The loudest crowd in all of the NFL, loudest stadium. Very cool. Any other sports that you like to follow? You follow the UFC or anything like that?
I sort of really. Boxing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the big what's it?
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. He's nice.
And that's a good example of a man right there too.
Yes, that's it. And he did my guy Deontay Wilder bad, so I respect him. And it was a good fight though. It was a really good fight.
Yeah. I think that everyone's favorite sport is boxing or MMA. They just don't know it. Because if you're driving down the road and somebody's playing soccer or basketball, you're probably not going to look. They're fighting. You're going to stop and watch, boy.
You would. You roll down the window. You get the video camera out. I see you on that one.
Yeah.
So you said your Seahawks your favorite. What's your favorite NBA team?
Actually, I'm Oklahoma City Thunder fan team, but my favorite player is Kevin Durant. So that second team will always be where KD goes.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So hockey? You a hockey fan?
Yeah, I don't watch a couple. I'm not the hockey guy, but I sure will show up to a hockey game. I will be there.
Speaking
We
of
used to have a
boxing,
team here.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. What were they? The
Outlaws.
Outlaws. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know we had a hockey arena in San Angelo.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
You used to go to those games every now and then.
I know we used to have a Bandits football team. I used to go to them, and then I used to go to the Colts. We had the intramural Colts.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go there and watch my dad umpire those games.
Oh
So
wow.
it's very cool to watch.
I think Jose Canseco was here as a manager for one of the teams we were playing one time.
May have been. I can't remember.
Just a fun fact.
Yeah. So, baseball. What's your favorite baseball team?
Ooh, I'm a Yankees fan.
Yankees.
I'm a deep Yankees fan. Jeter forever be the best player to play the game to me.
Yeah.
We won't hold that
I
against
think
you.
he's pretty good. Yeah.
He's all right.
What about music?
I love all music, but I like rap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
my favorite artist is probably Drake.
Drake?
Drake fan.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yes, sir.
You can tell I like 50 Cent, right?
Yeah, I can tell you like 50 Cent.
Because we're both kind of thugs.
I'm just ready to wear your white beater.
Don't let him kid you. He still runs DMC.
Yeah. See,
he's
if
old school.
Anybody wants to call me square, I'm like, wait a minute. When I was in 7th grade, I won a breakdancing contest. I was listening to Grandmaster Flash.
Oh yeah, get on the.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to say hi to? We talked about your dad. Anybody else that's been a difference in your life?
All my teammates, of course. All my teammates. My trainer Quinn, Coach Viegas, the team, Miss Deborah Palmer, of course. My family, Miss Josie, and them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I thank all of them for whatever they've done. They've all been a big part of my life.
I know your teammates are going to miss you, but they'll carry on, and you'll continue to support them. Hopefully we'll see you at a game. If we're ever football, basketball, if you see us, come say hi. I mean, we might hand you a microphone, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
I hope you'll always know us, and we'll always be here for you.
Yes, sir. I won't forget y'all.
Come
It's
back
my
to
first
town, man.
experience.
You're always welcome here.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Help us break down some plays, maybe.
Hey, I will. I sure will.
All right. Anything else?
I'm good. Congratulations. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Thank you
y'all.
very much, man. And best of luck from Concho Sports Network.
Yes, sir. Thank you.